Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Thanks for joining me today. We got a nice car here for a wheel swap. We've got an 85 IROC Camaro. Now, I had one of these when I was a young man, and I absolutely loved that car. Hey, but marriage makes you into an adult, and, you have kids, so you really can't keep that car. Anyway, this is a great car. We're going to do a really cool wheel swap on there with some Samed wheels, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So go ahead, grab your favorite adult beverage, and join in today as we do today's wheel swap. Let's go ahead and get started.
It's time to start the autopsy.
I've already drilled out the post, so let's go ahead and take this apart and see what we got. We got a little bit of a scratch on the windshield, so we're going to do our best to get that cleaned up. Here's the body. That looks great. I'm not looking to change any paint or anything on there. Again, we'll address that scratch when we get to it. Here's the interior. That looks cool. And here's the base, and it's definitely screaming for some new wheels. Let's go ahead and move on. Here we're going to take a little bit of flitz, and we're going to polish up that windshield. Now, I will say that when you go to do this, you got to be extremely careful, because if you polish it too much, you're just going to dull the windshield. So later on, you may have to put some Pledge Revive or some Gauzy on there to get it to clean up really good. But we'll go ahead and polish that up, and we'll make it look as best as we can. Let's go ahead and move on.
Meanwhile, back in the graveyard.
Here we're going to prep the car and get ready for those new wheels. I've clicked the little tab, or clipped it off, and we're going to put some new wheels on there. Here's these beautiful Samed wheels that we're going to switch out with it. Definitely look a lot better than those stock wheels. Here we're going to widen out the tab so we can get the axles in nice and clean. Sometimes you still may have to get in there with a file to make it clear for those axles to go in. Now, we do got a little extra axle there, so we're going to have to clip some of that off. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. If you're getting any content whatsoever out of these wheel swaps or builds or whatever, then please mash that like button, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot more content coming out in the future. Let's go ahead and take the snips and snip off a little bit of the axle. Just make sure you don't clip off too much. Same thing here with the front wheels, or these are the back wheels, pardon me. Here we go. Now we're going to take these little side pliers here, and we're going to pinch the end of the axle. That'll keep the tire from falling off. Squeeze it nice and hard. And you can definitely see that that's widened out the end of the axle. Do the same thing to your front wheels too. There you go. That's looking awesome. And now they fit absolutely perfect. Now, you can put a little super glue in there to hold those in place, but it's not necessary because the interior holds those wheels in place. You're just going to have to check for some wheel rub before you put the car back together, or as you put the car back together.
Someone is being exhumed.
And here's all the pieces. We got the body, and that looks great. We went ahead and detailed up the headlights and the tail lights. That looks excellent. Yeah, I love that, how that looks. I used a toothpick to do the lights there. Just be careful and take your time. Here's the base with those new beautiful Samed wheels. They look great and roll good. Now that one sticks a little bit, but we'll fix it. Here's the interior. That'll hold the axles in. And here's the glass. And we did get the scratch out. It looks pretty good. Let's give our creation life.
Life! Life, do you hear me? Give my creation life!
And here's what we started with. This Hot Wheels 85 IROC Camaro. And this is a beautiful muscle car. We went ahead, we took it apart, we got the wheels out of it, and we switched them out with some beautiful Samed wheels. And this car was definitely screaming for a wheel upgrade. Now, like I always say, folks, you can do this too. Start off with a wheel swap. Get you some main lines from Walmart or Target or wherever, Dollar General. But you can do this. And again, start off with some wheel swaps. Now, you don't have to buy a bunch of wheels, but Samed Wheels has what you need. You can always start with some premium wheels from one of the cars that you may be able to get at Walmart. But you know what? If you go that route, it's going to be a lot more expensive. So check out Samed Wheels to get your wheels for your upgrades. And even if you're going to do a custom, they're going to be fantastic for what you do. And here's how it turned out. Look at how beautiful that car turned out. And those wheels are absolutely outstanding. Again, we took it apart. We got the base opened up. We put some new wheels on there. We detailed up the headlights, the signal lights, and the tail lights. And this car is absolutely fantastic. Now, check out my other YouTube videos on the playlist on the how-tos. How to select an airbrush, how to select a compressor, how to use Spectre Flame paints, how to use the Candy 2.0 paints. So many videos in there on how to do things. And if you got questions or just leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them for you to help you along with your hobby. So like I said, mash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll look forward to seeing you in future videos. I had a great time with this build. Now let's go ahead and give you the information for Samed Wheels. This video today is brought to you by Samed Wheels. Samed Wheels has a very large variety of wheels and accessories for all your die-cast needs. Check out their website and look at all the different varieties of wheels they have. The hardest decision you'll have to make is which ones you want. Samed Wheels at www.samedwheels.com. Check them out today. Thank you for joining me today on Diecast Graveyard. We've got a lot more videos coming up in the future, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And thank you again for joining me here today. If there's something you'd like to see, put it in the comments. Thank you, and cheers.